Hello everyone. Recently I posted a video in which I shared 10 behaviors to notice and change for the anxiously attached. And in this video I want to share the same kind of information for avoidance. 10 behaviors they often find themselves falling into that burden relationships. It's helpful to know these so that whenever you feel an urge to do them, you can find a more helpful response to that urge. Number 1, stuffing down feelings. Somewhere in your past as an avoidant, you made the experience that expressing your feelings didn't lead to a helpful response from the important people in your life. So you concluded, I might as well just stuff my feelings away. This all happens subconsciously, so you probably don't remember any of this. As adults, avoidants continue this pattern of detaching from and avoiding painful feelings, pretending they don't exist. The short-term benefit is that you won't be overwhelmed by painful feelings if you don't allow yourself to feel them. And the long-term consequence is if you can't access or name your emotions, you also can't regulate or express them. And that will then make you act them out in unhelpful ways. Number 2, minimizing your partner's feelings. Avoidants can also have an avoidant stance towards their partner's feelings, minimizing them. Often this means that they will think and perhaps also say that their partner is being too emotional or sensitive. This is a way of trying to make sense of a situation that protects you from having to look at how you might be contributing to your partner's emotions, and that stands in the way of understanding your partner's unmet needs. Number 3, avoiding conflict. Conflict is uncomfortable and difficult, and it becomes even more so if you don't have the skills to face it. So the avoidance go-to reaction to conflict is avoid it. That could mean leaving the room, shutting down a conversation that's about a conflict, joking, changing the topic, or coming home so late that there is no time to discuss anything. It can also mean saying and convincing yourself that everything is fine, although there are clear signs that it's not. The subconscious perceived benefit of this is to avoid coming in contact with uncomfortable feelings and to avoid harming the relationship further. The problem is that if conflict isn't addressed, it can't get resolved, so issues will keep building. Also, your partner will feel left alone with the issue that needs clarification. And if you avoid conflict, you can't learn how to solve it effectively. Number 4, distancing. Avoidants distance themselves from their partner to avoid feeling engulfed or suffocated, or to avoid feeling stressed if they don't know how to respond, or to avoid feeling shame and pain if the relationship has come to represent that for them. The problem with distancing is that you can't work on your issues with attachment and closeness if you avoid that. And no matter how much distance you get, you'll always need it again and again if that's the only way you know how to regulate yourself. It'll leave you feeling empty in the long run and your partner lonely. And you'll probably also feel lonely, although not all avoidants can access that feeling. Number 5, defensiveness. This is when you defend against feedback, fight it off, either because someone said something critical of you or because you perceived a threat in something someone said or did. Defending against feedback means skipping over self-reflection and immediately explaining why you don't have a certain issue or why you're only acting a certain way in reaction to your partner. The subconscious perceived benefit is that you can avoid feeling defective or like the problem or a failure in your own eyes or in your partner's eyes or both of your eyes. The difficulty with defensiveness is that it blocks conflict resolution and leaves your partner feeling invalidated. You can only heal deeper issues if you allow yourself to look at them and work on them. Number 6, excessive focus on reasoning. A common way of avoiding emotions is by focusing all of your attention on reason. If you're busy dissecting arguments, you don't have that much attention span left to feel the pain that might be there in a situation. That then leads to you trying to excessively win an argument with your partner on the level of reason, presenting all sorts of evidence and facts so that your partner will be happy with you and the problem can be fixed. This creates problems in relationships because the actual issue, or the biggest part of the actual issue, is often not on the level of logic and reasoning, but on the level of emotions and attachment meaning. People want to be heard, seen, and understood. And that doesn't happen when you reason with them. It can also imply that one person is right and the other person is wrong, which also goes against empathy and validation. Number 7, distraction. When a relationship is in a bad place, an avoidant will distance themselves and then fill the resulting void with other things for emotional comfort, excessive busyness, addictions, or other relationships. And that creates even more distance in the relationship and prevents the underlying issues from being addressed and resolved. Number 8, hurtful comments and humor. This can be a way of avoiding your own anger, letting it slip out seemingly unnoticed. It can be an attempt at getting your partner to understand your pain or to feel more secure in your self-esteem by making your partner feel inferior in that moment. Anger, like other emotions, needs attention to be processed in a healthy way. Otherwise, it'll be destructive to your relationship and destroy trust and emotional safety. Number 9, taking on all the blame. This is when an avoidant wants to keep the peace at all costs and does anything to appease their partner, takes on blame and shame to create hope for the future. The subconscious logic is, if I'm the problem, I can solve this and everything can be okay again. The problem with this is that it blocks vulnerability and authenticity, and shame is really toxic for your mental health. It's depressing and demotivating. Number 10, denying your needs. Denying your needs is a strategy of avoiding anything that has to do with them, paying attention to your needs, feeling what it feels like when a need is unmet, and finding ways to get your needs met. For avoidance, subconsciously, that can seem like a good idea because that allows them to operate the relationship from a stance of, let's not bother each other with our needs. It also prevents disappointment in situations when needs aren't met. The problems this creates can be pretty drastic because meeting your core needs is as important to your health and relationships as it is important to charge your phone's battery if you want to keep using it. If your core needs are unmet chronically, you might feel driven to really harmful things and not know what's driving you to them. To understand why, allow yourself to feel your needs. Then learn to advocate for them in a friendly way. Learn how to take care of them, how to get your needs met. Learn how to set healthy boundaries. The upside of all of this is that when you learn to notice and better care for your own needs, you'll also get better at recognizing and responding to unmet needs in your partner. I wish you all the best with these topics, with noticing unhelpful urges towards avoidance and then making better choices for yourself and your relationship. Till next time, take care, and remember, finding someone to open up to and rely on emotionally is really important and rewarding.